내가
to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using inappropriate language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to rejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming game, visit the full ticket booth or have the team's website for more availability. We hope to see you out there for that game. We're looking forward to the next home game, Bulls fans.
Hey, and look at this. Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting story. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Cavs matchup, that should be an interesting one. Early in the season, both teams will still be working out the details.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, in it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Kessler in at the center. And for Chicago, Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The franchise is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Booz Ellis in at the small forward. For teams, Stan, that make coaching changes in the offseason, how long do you think it takes to fully implement your system, a coach's new system?
Well, that's an interesting question, Kevin. First of all, I don't think you ever fully implement your system. You're always adding to it. You're always tinkering with it. And for a new coach, what you're really doing is you're learning your team and adjusting your system as you go along to fit your talent.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Giddey for three. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
And here's George. Outside, Markkanen. Hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Terrell. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Giddey, no good. George against Giddey. And George gets it to go.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all three levels.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan and I got a chance to talk for a little bit. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so you have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Kessler. 11-point game his last outing. 6 to shoot. George passes to Kessler. Banked in off the glass.
Well, you want Kessler involved in the offense. That's the kind of shot you're looking for.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Denver. Vucevic a screen on George, and he drives in. That's good by Terrell. And for MP, we've got some very big news to share. He signed his first shoe endorsement contract.
And teaming up with Jordan Brand, an incredible place to get your first shoe deal with. Congrats to MP. What an awesome achievement.
He had a nice open look right there. Markkanen's got 6.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the franchise.
While most players can dominate with their scoring ability, he has done it with his passing. No doubt that he is the catalyst for this team on offense. And when players are cutting or moving to open space, he has found it.
Here's Terrell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate and then at the other end you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
Yeah, and it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Terrell, defended by George. Giddey kicks to Williams. That's good, and so Giddey with the assist.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assist.
Pass to Sexton. Here's Kessler. Collins looking around. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Does not score with that shot. It's his second miss against 2 made shots. Here's Terrell. And here is Giddey, defended by Sexton. Here's Terrell, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Always has his head up. Giddey unselfish with it.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Outside Collins. Back to George. From 13. Rebound by Williams. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the rejection by Collins. Picked him clean. Oh, Vucevic in position, and they take the lead.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Utah trailing here. Outside, Sexton. Three-pointer, Markkanen. The Jazz with another miss. The Bulls have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Williams dishes to Vucevic. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Terrell. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Jazz, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
There's a screen by Williams. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 5 on the clock. George with the steal. Oh, and here comes Markkanen all alone. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, he's certainly not a slow-paced big. Markkanen runs the floor really well.
Here's Terrell. 6 points for him. To the inside. Buzelis. It's hauled in by George. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Pass to Collins. Outside for George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 7. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Terrell. Back to Williams. Giddey the pass to Terrell. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his third assist on the night. And George kicks to Collins. Now here's George. He's guarded by Terrell. The shot by Sexton, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Terrell. Williams a screen on Kessler. Terrell, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Kessler with it, and the foul on Patrick Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
At the elbow, it's George. Outside, Sexton. Kessler, the screen, takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And really an odd series between them a year ago as they couldn't get a win in either meeting.
Here's Terrell. He's got 10. Here's Williams. That one, no good. Collins with some nice D. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick and roll guy, and he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
Williams passes to Terrell. Pulls it up. Markkanen pulls it in. Jazz have gone 8 of 14 for the field in the first quarter. Wasted no time on that one. And now it's a 3-point Jazz lead.
Nice looking mid-range shot by George. Such an aggressive scorer.
And it's Giddey in the corner. Vucevic a screen on Sexton. And again, Chicago. No good. Jazz leading by 3. Markkanen kicks to George. Outside, Sexton. Markkanen from outside. Terrell pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Buzelis, no one around him. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. George with the ball. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Kessler with the bucket.
And Kessler is so smart down there. Focuses on taking high percentage shots within his range.
Now here's Williams. Terrell, the pass to Williams. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against Brooklyn.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
It's time for Eastern.
Kobe White, he's checked in for the Bulls. Lonzo Ball comes in for the franchise. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. For the Bulls. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Williams. Buzelis comes in for Josh Giddey. And the franchise is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. The Jazz also changing it up. Markkanen, he's checked in for Filipowski. And it's Mills in for Sexton. So on the floor for Utah, you've got Drew Eubanks. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Mills. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. East End, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Clarkson kicks to Markkanen. There's the triple. That's in for his fifth field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
That's his third triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Out to the wing. Here's Terrell, covered by Mills. It's deflected, and they get it back. Clock at 2. Here's Terrell. Eubanks grabs the miss. And it's Mills with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Eubanks. Here's Sensabaugh. Back to Eubanks, and he dunks it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Terrell, covered by Mills. To the left wing. Here's Terrell. He's got 12. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. George looking over the floor. Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to George. Lets it go with a 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls trail by 4. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Down low. It's deflected. It's stolen by White. And here comes the break. Here's Terrell. And the layup falls. 14 points for the franchise.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. To the paint. Here's Kessler. Missed inside. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Terrell. 14 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. And he hits it to tie the game up. Terrell's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to George. Three-pointer, Markkanen. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams passes to Terrell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. An even 3-on-3 break. White against George. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of his 7. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, if you have the killer instinct he showed there, it doesn't matter what the size disadvantage is.
And George gets it to go.
Well, at 6'4", George is a long lead guard. It really helps him inside.
Vucevic, a screen on George. Fires from 18. Terrell misses.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet. Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Get loud fans on the court. Your White Squad. Our loudest fans, you're getting t-shirts. Who wants one?
Josh Giddey's checked in for White. And the Jazz making a change here. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Kessler, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Floats it up for Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Utah has possession. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and leading to the score.
Terrell misses. Utah has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range.
Well, that's Clarkson's game, taking you off the dribble.
Bulls trail by 4. You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process.
Boy, a guy like that, coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
No good on the second free throw. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell, and they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Outside, Sexton. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Sexton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz. Here's Terrell, and he finishes nicely on the way. Terrell's got 22.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Outside Collins. Sexton kicks to Clarkson. From outside, off the mark. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Sexton. Rebound by the Bulls. 1:44 left in the first half of the game. Giddey the pass to Williams. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Terrell. Back to Giddey. Puts up a three. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. Lobbed up there for Collins. It's stolen by Buzelis. He lobs it up, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Utah has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Clarkson on the wing. Locked loose. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And that ties it up.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And here are the Jazz now. Outside, George. 44 seconds left here in the second. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Picked by Vucevic. And it's sent back by Kessler.
And look, Kessler just has a nose for the ball. He is a certified shot blocker.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
He can't ask for a better look, and he capitalizes.
White, he's checked in for the Bulls.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Inside. And it's sent back by Kessler. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Here's Terrell. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Sexton. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz lead by 5. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
63.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Utah Jazz.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. Low-key Christoph wants to know, Shaq, what's the best nickname that you've ever created for somebody else?
I gotta go with one of my more recent creations for Domantas Sabonis. Lithuania Lasagna, a.k.a. Sacramento Specialty.
Ooh. Usually save the best nicknames for yourself, but I got to give it to you. I like that Lithuanian lasagna. That's pretty good.
Hey, the nicknames never stop for the big fella.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The franchise is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Booz Ellis in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Team foul.
Markkanen looking it over. And they double up Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. Kessler the screen. Sexton for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Sexton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz. Vucevic a screen on George. Pass to Booz Ellis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Jazz shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Kessler passes to George. Collins setting the big for George. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Booz Ellis' shot is good.
Oh, smart pass there, setting up Booz Ellis in a position to cash in.
Outside, Sexton. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The Jazz have shot 6 of 7 at the line. So Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But Stan, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. Outside, Sexton. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. Pass to Collins. The 3 from George. They get the rebound. Kessler with the bucket. Kessler's got 8 points.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
Williams gets the bucket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Utah leading by 6. Sexton with it. Giddey defending. Taken away by Williams. Here he goes. Here's Terrell, defended by George. And it's sent back by Kessler. Poked away. Goes up to the stripe. Sexton for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Terrell, the pass to Vucevic. Vucevic a screen on Sexton. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Clock at 6. Collins a screen on Giddey. Misses the layup.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Top of the key.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Markkanen passes to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Popped up there for Collins. Taken away by Williams. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Terrell. 24 points for him. The three. And the Bulls with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Kessler passes to George. Now Sexton. They need this one. Terrell pulls it in. Bulls trail by 4. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Vucevic a screen on Sexton. Stolen by Kessler. To the middle. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Markkanen. 14 points for Colin Sexton. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Utah.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable.
John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity, and he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor, so he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
Kessler setting the pick for Clarkson. Kicks it out to Collins. Sexton against White. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Terrell. Offensive rebound.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
In the corner, George with it. Outside, Sexton. Kessler setting the pick for Clarkson. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Clarkson's got 11 points.
Coming off the pick, Clarkson varies his pace to lose defenders.
Here's the screen. Terrell, and out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Checking out the numbers for Vucevic, coming off a terrific season. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with his play here of late.
Well, part of why he's playing so well is in how they're using him. They're not asking him to do things that are outside of his skill set.
And early on, Markkanen has demonstrated how efficient he is from that range. Have to run him off the line.
At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. In third, the Jazz.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Here's Terrell. Chicago again turning it over.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Jazz. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. The shot by George, no good. Chicago has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Back to Giddey. Giddey gets a screen from Terrell. Trying to end the drought. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Keontae George picks one up.
And I like Giddey getting physical, challenging the defense.
Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is The paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Bulls trail by 8. For 3, Smith hands it from downtown. Smith's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Clarkson outside. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. George has got 19 points.
Well, it's only his second 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Pass to Buzelis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And how about the patience from Buzelis and the body control? He doesn't rush through that play.
Utah leading by 6. Outside, Sexton. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. No good with the triple. Here's Terrell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 26 points for the franchise. Jazz have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Pass to Clarkson. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. And Kessler throws it down.
Inexcusable defense. You can't let Kessler get established inside like this.
Terrell misses. Jazz shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Sexton finds George. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Lets a floater go. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Terrell.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Here's Sexton driving in. Lays it up off the glass. Sexton's got 10 points in just the second half. To the paint. George with the steal. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Here's Giddey. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Jazz leading by 6. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Changes for Chicago. Vucevic checked. Going with an almost entirely new group here. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Dosunmu. Josh Giddey's checked in for Kobe White. And the franchise is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Markkanen, he's checked in for Utah. George comes in for Colin Sexton. George passes to Eubanks. Takes it from 10. And that one hits back iron. Bulls trail by 15, so on the floor for Utah. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3 slot. Here's Clarkson. To the left side wing. Traps in the tray. Sensabaugh's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Terrell, and the shot no good, a bit short. And here's George, he'll bring it up for the Jazz. Off target with his 3. Pass to Giddey. Here's Terrell. Picked by Vucevic. The tray. And the Bulls with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
George with the ball. Fires from deep. Terrell pulls it in. Terrell's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams passes to Terrell. Good. The nice assist for Williams. 30 points for the franchise.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And George kicks to Markkanen. Six to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Cranes the three-pointer. George has got 22.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Here's Terrell, defended by George. Into the lane. To the wing on the left. That's good by Terrell. Terrell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a play there, the hoop plus the harm.
And the Jazz making a change here. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
Williams kicks to Giddey. Here's Terrell. Back to Giddey. From outside the arc. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The shot by George, wide open, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Terrell, defended by George. From downtown, and it's good. 3 points on the board on the shot from Terrell. Terrell's got 7 now in this quarter.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Back to George. Outside, Sexton. Collins wide open, he fires. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. Williams passes to Terrell. The rebound by the Jazz. George has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Jazz leading by 20. Outside, Sexton. To the inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, Markkanen staying after it. He has got it going.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Terrell, the pass to Vucevic. And that one drops for him.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
It's been all Jazz. Sexton for 3. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Here's Terrell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
First one falls for him. And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Sensabaugh. And they get it back.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Filipowski.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. There's the pick from deep. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding them.
Williams a screen. Lets it go from the wing. That one bounces around and comes back out. It's been all Jazz. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Utah.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Keontae George.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Williams is checked in for Utah. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Pass to Sensabaugh. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Jazz with another miss. Giddey the pass to Terrell.
Jazz foul. Drew Eubanks. Second personal foul.
That's good from Terrell. And so he hits both. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
tough game tonight.
I see a lot of people jumping on MP for all those turnovers, but everyone has bad games. Hoopers know. It's no big deal.